Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the laws of KASHRUS of Rabbi Yomin Forst, and we are learning now the halachas of Tevilas Kelim, immersing your vessels in the Mikvah. The three things that we mentioned in the Torah regarding the Kelim, the vessels that they got as the spoils and the booty from fighting Midian, which was a non-Jewish nation. Any kli, any vessel that passed through fire, has to pass through fire once again. And that is hu achsharas hakli mitam isa nivla boy. Like we said, if you ended up getting pots and pans from a non-Jew who used them, so the treif, the non-kosher food, was absorbed in the walls of this vessel. And once that it was absorbed in the walls of this vessel, it's got to come out. How does it get out? When you fire it up, you remove that which is inside. Mimashenema v'tahir. And then it says in the verse, v'tahir, and purify it. Lamdu chachmei zichron l'rocha, our sages teach us, shemavad ha'avar be'esh, besides the fact that you have to kasher this vessel in fire. Tzarech hakli oy tahara, acheres, the vessel needs another level of tahara, of purity. V'hiya tevila b'mayim, and that requires being immersed in the mikvah, la'achnisai lekedushas Yisrael, to enter, to take it out of the tumah of the goy and bring it into the kedusha of Klal Yisrael, the holiness of the Jewish people. Mashenemar achakach ach b'mei nida yischata. Then it says in the verse, even in the waters of nida, it needs to be sprinkled. Perusha lefi pshuta. The simple explanation of that verse is shakli shenidma bitumas meis. When one of these vessels came in contact with a corpse, so that's what's called tumas meis. It's the impurity of the dead. It needs to be sprinkled with the waters of the paraduma, the red heifer. Because we know that the water that gets mixed with the dust of the red heifer, it's called meinida, the waters of nida. And so in order to remove the impurity and sanctify this vessel from the tumas meis, the corpse tumah, you would need to sprinkle with the waters of the paraduma. However, ulam Rabbi Seinu darshu, the sages darshan, they expound upon this verse. Even this verse is hinting to us the idea of toiveling, of immersing your vessels in the mikvah. And how big does the water have to be? It has to be 40 saw, 40 measures of water in order to be toivel the kli. It's much larger than the vessel itself. But since that we learn from Mei Nida, the waters of Nida, and a woman who wants to purify herself from Nida must go into the mikvah of 40 saw, so too over here, the same idea that when you have a kli, when you have a vessel that needs to go to the mikvah, it must be 40 saw. Now, af shemitzas tevilas kelim nichtav avashas aksharas kelim. Now, even though that the mitzvah of toiveling, of immersing your vessels into the mikvah, is written together with the parsha that has to do with aksharas kelim, of kashering your vessels, meaning that there was treif food inside, so you take the fire, you burn out the treif that was absorbed in the walls. Im kol zeh mitzvahs tevilas kelim eina teliya b'inyan aksharas kelim. Now, you might think, I only have to be toivel a kli, I only have to bring a vessel to the mikvah when I'm kashering it. However, says Rav Forst, quoting the words of Chazal, that any new vessel that is acquired from a nachri, from a non-Jew, even if it was never used before, so we are not worried about anything treif in there, it's a brand new vessel. You go to the store, you buy yourself a brand new pot this week to be able to cook your chicken soup or your rice. It still requires tevila midaraisa on a Torah level. And that is because it says in the pasuk over here that you take the kli and you put it into the water. It's not only a case of a kli that was kashered, it's any kli, any vessel that you're receiving or that you're getting or you're buying from the non-Jew, that vessel is going to require tevila in a full-fledged mikvah of our boim saw of 40 measures of water. Have a wonderful day.